So in that last section, remember we put together our first example of component nesting. So we now have several copies of the single comment component showing up inside the app. Bravo. But now, as I've probably said many times by this point, the current issue with our application is that every single comment component has the same exact author's name, time, and content. So that's why in this video, we're going to figure out how to fix that. You ready? So before I go ahead and spill the beans and tell you exactly how we're going to fix it, I want to show you a quick diagram that you're going to see many times throughout this course. You might have already seen it. Go to the diagram. So this diagram right here is what we might refer to as our component hierarchy. So it's a diagram that tells us the different components that are currently being displayed inside of our application and the relationship between those different components. So as you can see in this diagram, we could say that we have a single instance of the app component, and then underneath of it, we have three single comment. So the single comment is nested inside the app, so we would refer to the app as a parent component. And these single comments are then child components, right? So we're going to use this term, child components, a few times throughout this course. So that's you being familiar with it. So now that we understand this diagram right here, I do want to tell you about the props system, which we're going to be using to customize a single comment when they show up on the screen. So the prop system in React is a system for passing data from a parent component to a child, or a nested component. The entire goal of the prop system is to somehow communicate data from the parent down to a child with the ultimate goal of customizing the child and making sure that the content that it displays on the screen is different when the user interacts with it. So remember the overall goal of components. Their goal is to either show some content to the user or react to user interaction. So the whole purpose of props is to customize those two things. Either customize how their component looks or how a user interacts with it. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Our app component is going to show instances of the single comment. And when the app shows these components at the same time, it's going to pass in a little bit of configuration to each of those different components. So this little configuration of each of these would refer to props. And these props are going to tell the single comment to show a name of an author of whatever, Alex or Sarah or Jack. Now, we can also use the same prop system to customize the time, content, and picture that each single comment is showing. But we're going to do the examples of that in the next video. Just wanted to give you that props system overview. It's just about having a parent customize how the child looks or behaves. You can think of it that way. So let's take a break here. You can play around with that if you want, and we'll go on when you're ready in the next video.